She stood right there, arms crossed like a traffic cop from hell, and said, "This road isn't for you anymore." I laughed at first, thought it was some twisted joke, but the woman was dead serious. That dirt road? It was carved through my land, built by my own hands, and suddenly I wasn't allowed to use it. That was the moment I realized I wasn't just dealing with a neighbor. I was dealing with a Karen, the kind that doesn't quit until she's standing on a pile of rules she made up herself. See, I live out in the edge of the valley, about 6 miles from town, in a little spot where you can still hear the wind over the trees and not a single honk from a damn SUV. The kind of place where your mailbox is a mile down the road and your closest neighbor's voice comes through the trees like a ghost. Peaceful, or it was, before she moved in. Karen bought the house next to mine last spring, fresh out of the city, with a little white poodle and a giant chip on her shoulder. I don't know what made her think she was queen of the neighborhood, maybe that HOA board title she handed herself, or maybe just a lifetime of getting her way, but either way, she rolled in like she owned the land. Problem was she didn't. Now, my driveway is not like the ones in town, paved and trimmed and cute. Mine's a half-mile dirt road that winds up to my workshop past the chicken coops and the old windmill. It cuts across the edge of my property and runs along the shared easement line, which technically gives access to 2 houses, mine and hers. Only I built it. I maintain it. She just uses it. At first, I didn't mind her driving on it. I'm not heartless. She was new, clueless, maybe a little lost. But then she started acting like she was managing the road, telling delivery guys where to go, blocking off one side with orange cones because it's muddy, even yelled at my cousin for speeding when he was going maybe 10 miles per hour in a rusted-out pickup. I told her once politely to chill out. She nodded, smiled, and then slapped a damn private road no entry sign at the bottom of the drive with my address on it. That was the start of it. The weirdness built slow at first. Packages stopped getting delivered. Friends said they got turned away. One even showed me a video Karen, in her pink robe, standing in the middle of the drive like Gandalf yelling, "You shall not pass." I thought it was ridiculous. Until it wasn't. Until I came home one night and found a damn chain across the road. A literal chain. Padlocked with a note. Use the back entrance from now on. HOA rules. I lost it. But see, Karen didn't know who she was messing with. I don't yell. I don't throw punches. I build. I fix. And most importantly, I document. Because while she was busy trying to control everything, I was watching. Recording. Not just the cameras I installed on the tree snow. I had timestamps, GPS logs from the tractor, drone shots from above showing her blocking access and rerouting FedEx trucks into ditches. I started collecting it all like firewood. Then came the twist. Old Charlie, my neighbor from 2 farms down, caught wind of what was going on. He used to be in zoning for the county, retired now, but still sharp as a tack. One Sunday afternoon, he showed up with a folder and a jug of sweet tea. "She says the road's HOA property?" he asked, flipping through my land records. "Son, this whole stretch easement and Alice yours. And even if it wasn't, no one can just restrict access like that. Not without legal cause." He handed me a copy of the original plat from the 1970s, stamped, signed, and clear as daylight. That road wasn't under HOA jurisdiction. Not even a little. So what did I do? I thanked him, smiled, and went silent. Didn't yell. Didn't argue. I just got to work. I filed a complaint with the county. Quietly. Submitted all the footage. Wrote up a log of every time she blocked access, every note, every chain, every cone. Then I waited. But Karen, oh no, she wasn't done. She caught wind of something brewing and decided to go nuclear. She called the sheriff and claimed I had trespassed by using her road. I swear to God, she stood there on my property, pointing at my own tire tracks, talking about violations and civil suits. The deputy that showed up looked confused as hell until I handed him the same plat Charlie gave me. Karen screamed, literally screamed, said she'd have the HOA fine me $500 a day. Said she'd sue. Said I'd regret ever crossing her. That night, I went full lockdown. Threw up 2 gates, both on my side of the easement, one at the base of the hill, one by the barn. Only I had the codes. I called the post office, rerouted my address to the back trail I cleared with the ATV. Told Amazon to drop packages at my shop door. Then I took one final step. I notified the state police. Because what Karen didn't realize was this. When she chained off that road and denied EMS access to my elderly aunt one night, she broke a state obstruction law. Emergency service access denied. And I had on camera. So when the troopers rolled up, they didn't ask questions. They followed the footage, inspected the easement, and slapped her with a Class B obstruction ticket right there on her precious HOA walkway. Karen turned beet red. Her poodle barked like it was the end of the world. And I just stood back, arms crossed, watching the empire she built on lies start to collapse. She appealed. Of course she did. But the court didn't care. With the evidence and land survey on my side, they fined her, ordered her to remove every sign and barrier she'd put up, and restricted her from interfering with road access ever again. Justice. Cold and quiet. Just the way I like it. Nowadays, the road's wide open again. No chains, no cones, no Karen blocking the damn sun with her attitude. She still glares at me from her porch, muttering into her phone like she's plotting my assassination. But she keeps her distance. And me? I rebuilt the gate nicer this time. Ironwood and steel. With a little plaque that reads, "Built by hand. Blocked by Karen. Freed by the truth." I've been asked if I regret not going harder on her, suing for damages, pressing more charges, going for the jugular. Maybe I should have. But something about watching her world unravel with nothing but paper and facts that was enough. Still, I wonder, how many more Karens are out there, hiding behind made-up rules, swinging HOA titles like swords, trying to control land that ain't theirs? How many folks roll over just to keep the peace? And maybe the bigger question is this: when is it worth standing your ground? Even if the road gets a little muddy along the way. So what would you do?